Alright, this is the Zoe XL2 Deluxe stroller. So the reason I picked this up is not because I needed another double stroller. I actually have a City Select and some other, I've looked at some other brands, but I'm going to be going on a trip and flying, so I needed something light that could travel well. This double stroller is only 16 pounds, meaning it is less weight than some single strollers. Let's go over some features on this stroller. So the first thing you'll notice is that it has these padded seats because it is the enhanced better version. This doesn't stick on, so there's no like Velcro to snap it, so that could be a negative. A pro though is that you just remove it and wash it. So you have your little holders right here for snacks and bottles or cup holders. If you want, you can take this out and just put a bar that goes straight across. It does come with the bar. So let's take a look at some of the other features of this stroller. It's really good, well designed, really well thought out. So you'll notice back here, there's a air vent to keep things nice and cool. The City Select does not have this. So although it's sturdier, it's a lot more heavier, it actually doesn't have this air vent, which keeps things nice and cool. So on this side I still have it up. On this side I took it so you can see it. On the bottom you'll notice two wheels. Most double strollers have a third wheel right here, which some people will argue gives more stability. But with this stroller, I feel because you're going for the lightest weight possible, that actually helps. Concern I do have is this mesh pocket. Because it's mesh, I could see it tearing and not being able to support very much weight once you start putting, diapers, bottles, snacks, like everything in here. So this might need replacing sooner than you'd like. Both seats in the back, they do recline. Just hold this down and then just pop it back down so that your kids can take a nap as you're traveling somewhere. Now, what's the difference between the XL1 is, if you look at, or the XL2, so the regular versus the deluxe is this canopy right here. So if you see right there, this actually zips in the back, so you can zip the canopy, but with the deluxe, you actually go all the way down, so you're getting full coverage, letting your kids nap, whereas this one, if they're light sleepers or if the sun's really hot and it's out, they might still get burned just because it's not going down all the way. So let's actually show you how to close and open this stroller. Alright, so under both seats you just reach in through the middle and there's two handles. You're going to grab the handles and just pull right up, and the stroller folds right down the middle. You're going to snap it, and then you see this hook right here. You're just gonna have it hooked right on, and let's just look at how light this is. So this is a double stroller with 50-pound capacity or a 50-pound weight limit on both sides, and super easy, super light. This is huge because my wife is not going to lift two kids that are 30 pounds each or 40 pounds and have to unpack a 30-pound stroller, whereas this is half the weight but still holds both kids. So just look how light that is. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to go over some negatives on this. So you can see that you lock it right here. The problem is, if you look on the other side, the cup holder for adults is on this side. So you can't rest it on that side because you're going to crack this piece. So you almost need to lock it and then flip it back this way to hold it on that end. Another concern that I do have with this stroller, again, is kind of how these don't stick on with Velcro or hooks or anything. So anytime you take your kid out, you're going to want to make sure you lock everything back in place, because this just flops around and you could just see how you could lose this piece if this part is not buckled into the stroller. They also used to provide a free traveling bag pouch that you could put this in, but that's no longer offered, so that's going to be a $50 investment as well. So hope this helps out. Okay, so since we saw how easy it was to close, let's see how easy it is to open this stroller. So you're just going to come to the side, unhook it. So literally 1 to 2 seconds, you have a full-fledged double stroller ready to go. I'm going to talk about some other negatives that I see with this. Again, this is the XL2 Deluxe. The standard version doesn't come with this padding. Again, I don't know if it's worth the difference because this is really flimsy, and again, it doesn't stick on, but it's also kind of a protective barrier to the actual stroller underneath. And this is, although, you know, a negative is that it's easy to take off, it could also be really easy to clean because you just put it in your washing machine. You don't have a choice between cup holder or bar, or you don't have a choice to use both, I mean. So you have to use the cup holders with the snack tray, or you have to use a bar. It would have been nice if they had a bar with some of these accessories that you can just snap onto the bar, but again, you could just go third party for some of those. I'm going to say I would recommend paying the difference to get the Deluxe, because when you think about the canopy, that's going to matter, and I'd rather have the full body canopy than not, especially since there's not too much of a price difference. Like that they built in these footrests for the kids as they're napping. They can just kind of rest their feet right there instead of just having it hang out. This is helpful if your kids are taller, because their feet aren't coming down to here hitting against the wheel. They could just rest their feet. They used to let you accessorize the wheels a little bit. I believe that was provided, but now you have to pay extra for those. And I do worry about the long-term durability of these wheels. So it looks kind of flimsy, feels kind of flimsy. So if I'm going on some rough terrain, then I'm just gonna take my Bob stroller because I know it can handle it. If you're just on sidewalks and kind of metro areas, this is definitely the way to go, just because it is light, it's easy, really just, you know, super compact compared to those giant strollers that you try to take into like a restaurant or a museum or something. But again, I don't know how long these wheels will last, especially if you take it out onto rougher terrain. Alright, so if you're looking at the seats, you might also want to consider, unless you have twins, you're not going to have two kids that are the exact size on both seats. So let's say my son's about 45 pounds and he's sitting in this one, my daughter's about 20 pounds, she's sitting in this one. Does it feel uneven? Is this side going to wear out faster? And I can tell you for sure that as I was taking this out and using it with one hand, because again, that's important, one-handed maneuverability, I didn't notice a weight discrepancy between the two sides. I was able to just move it around just as easy as I would be able to if they weighed equally the same amount. Going back to the wheels, they do have a lifetime warranty, so that is really nice, but it's about a 2-week turnaround, so just keep that in mind, that, you know, if one of your wheels goes bad, you're going to be without a double stroller for 2 weeks unless you have a couple extra ones on hand. So let's do one more walk around. So if you're traveling, you need something light, compact, and something to hold two kids, highly recommend this stroller. Just super easy to carry, super easy to close, super easy to open. So you know, try it out and see what you think, and I'll put the link on the bottom of the video description.